distinguished faculty and staff, proud family and friends, and honored guests. Welcome to Columbia University and to the graduation ceremony for the School of International and Public Affairs. Today, we are delighted to confer degrees upon the great and unbelievably energetic class of 2019. I'm Corey Way, the Associate Dean for Student Affairs and Adjunct Professor here at the school. And as Dean of Students, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you and to celebrate with you the achievements of the remarkable women and men who sit before us this evening. And some of the students graduating today may remember that during orientation not so long ago, I shared that SIPA's mission states that the school, quote, serves the global public interest by educating students to serve and to lead. Graduates, we know that you will do just that. As you leave Columbia, we are confident that you will apply what you've learned here to serve and to lead, and to make your communities, your countries, and your world all better places. We also hope that you will stay in touch with us here at SIPA. You are and always will be part of our family, and we hope that you will come and say hello if you happen to be in your second home in Morningside Heights. We'd love to celebrate your achievements and learn what you do over the course of the years ahead. Now it is my privilege to introduce SIPA's Dean, Merritt E. Janow. A former lawyer and trade negotiator, Dean Janow is a globally renowned expert in international trade and investment. Since becoming dean, she has pursued innovative programming in central banking, development practice, urban policy, and technology, among many, many other areas. Please join me in welcoming Dean Merritt E. Janow.
Thank you, Dean Way. Good afternoon, graduates, faculty, friends, family members. As Dean of the Faculty, it is my great privilege to welcome you to SIPA's 2019 commencement. We're delighted to have this afternoon of joy, celebration, and achievement. We start by recognizing friends and family, including those who have traveled such a great distance to be with us. It's their love and guidance and support that has made this day's journey possible for our graduates. So I invite our graduates, please join me in thanking your friends and family who have no greater joy than being here with your success and achievement and thinking of your well-being. Please join me in thanking. I'd also like to extend a special welcome to the dignitaries and leaders who are joining us today, including President Paul Kagame of Rwanda and members of the Kagame family. I also deeply welcome our commencement speaker, High Commissioner Michelle Bachelet, former President of Chile, whose remarks we look forward to. It's often said that graduation is both an ending and a beginning. It's an ending because it marks the culmination of our graduates' period of stay at SIPA and Columbia, and I think you will agree it's a time that passes very quickly. And it's a beginning because today is the next chapter of your lives and careers and the purpose that you will shape in the days ahead. We hope that this has been a transformational educational experience and that you feel or will come to feel that SIPA has better equipped you with the tools, the knowledge, and the perspective to thrive in a changing world, a world filled with potential and uncertainty. Today, you are 802 in number from some 78 countries. Amazing. And I hope it's my hope that you have become advocates for rigorous, evidence-based analysis, a global perspective informed by national factors, but also committed to understanding the approaches of others, and that your ideas have been tested and broadened. In a changing world, those elements are important. And our mission includes thinking about problems and solutions and policy responses at all levels and along many different dimensions, whether it's improving governance of cities or countries or companies, finding and expanding multilateral, regional, national approaches in a world of growing skepticism of anything but solutions that are homegrown, improving conditions on the planet, stabilizing economies, supporting economic growth, eliminating poverty, addressing humanitarian crises, reducing conflict, managing geopolitical tension. For SIPA, these are just of the few areas that we study deeply and engage. And we invite you to double down on these problems at this moment. The work of SIPA, the work that you will do, is only more relevant in the world today. And graduates, we are convinced that we need your creativity, we need your passion, we need your ingenuity, and we know that you will go on to achieve remarkable things. We are grateful to have had you in our classroom and contributing to the vitality of our intellectual community. You will always have a home here and be part of this community. So let me say on behalf of all of our faculty, we are very proud of you, and we extend to you our deepest congratulations. It's now my pleasure to turn to one of the important traditions of SIPA, which is to recognize some outstanding graduates and faculty who are the recipients of some of our distinguished awards this academic year. If I may have your forbearance from clapping too much until the end of my introductions, but I do invite the awardees to stand as I announce their names and awards. We start with the Harvey Picker Prize for Public Service and recognize Jasneet Ora for his exceptional contributions. We have a few more. Let us also recognize Raphael Smith, thank you. Raphael Smith Memorial Prize, Nigora Ishimidinova, Sierra Robbins. Sierra Robbins for their essays that will soon be published in SIPA News. And for the Dr. Susan Aurelia Gittleson Award for Human Values in International Affairs, we have a number of recipients. Kira Azar, Leah Gibbons, Juan Yang, Rashida Kaba, Jacob Sprang, and Jillian Timko. For a remarkable workshop project on assessing the impact of women's village savings and loan associations on building resilience and humanitarian response. And for the Leos Perry Award for Progressive Sustainability, we also have a number of recipients for a workshop project, Energy Resilience in Puerto Rico, the role of advanced microgrids, and I'd like to recognize Rupunjaya Bansal, Zeylan Chen, Grace Cushman, Sha Du, Kay, Hongti Sheng, Alejandro Valdez, and Jacques Wang. And for the CAA Campbell Award in recognition of Bill Campbell, former Chair Emeritus, University Trustee, and CAA co-founder, for her extraordinary contributions to student life at SIPA and service, and her dedicated leadership as a student leader, her spirit of collaboration and partnership with fellow students, faculty, and staff. I'd like to recognize Joanna Kyle, SIPA President. And this year, we have a new prize for data analytics for public policy that recognizes the most creative, rigorous, and insightful empirical project or paper by SIPA students. And for their research project on perceptions of governance, the ethic effect in sub-Saharan Africa, the recipients Daniel Eho, Jonathan Omarsan, Colin Seaton, and Mingyi Zhu. So congratulations to all of those students for their many achievements. And now I'd like to recognize two faculty members who've been honored by the students this year for outstanding teaching. For small course, James Hoch for the course Writing and Delivering Speeches for Politics, Private Sector, and Nonprofits. And for a large course, Deborah McLean for the course Corporate Finance. Congratulations. And now it is my distinct privilege to introduce our commencement speaker, United Nations High Commissioner Michelle Bachelet. She embodies strands of SIPA's intellectual priorities, from her leadership on human rights and humanitarian policy, to our long-standing history and connections to the United Nations, which go back to our founding in 1946, as well as our deep commitment to governance and the study of security, and our deep expertise and ongoing study and focus on Latin America and in particular Chile. High Commissioner Bachelet assumed her role as UN High Commissioner for Human Rights in September 2018. And as High Commissioner, she serves as the principal human rights official of the United Nations and spearheads the UN human rights efforts around the world. Prior to this important role, she served as president of Chile on two occasions, from 2006 to 2010 and from 2014 to 2018. She was the first female president of Chile, and a long-time human rights champion and really a groundbreaking leader in many ways. She's a pediatrician who began her government career as an advisor in the Ministry of Health. She became the first woman to lead Chile's health ministry in 2000, and its defense ministry in 2002. She became involved in human rights activism in the early 1970s. She and her family were political prisoners. After her release, Madame Bachelet and her mother spent several years in exile and returned in Chile in 1979, finishing school and becoming a pediatrician and public health advocate. She has undertaken many significant, extraordinary roles over the course of her remarkable career, serving as the first UN woman Chair of the Partnership for Maternal, Newborn, and Child Health, Chair of the Social Protection Floor Advisory Group, and other leadership roles in international organizations. We are deeply grateful that she traveled to SIPA from Geneva to be with us today and take time to share her ideas with us. Please join me in welcoming